I really hate terminally political people. Of all the people that you want to ask opinions of real-world issues on, you decided to ask this poor little thing?
Chiitan has never acknowledged Ukraine, but clearly has acknowledged Russia.
Well, it turns out Chiitan did in this video posted in 2022. That's right, Chiitan did talk about the war in Ukraine and the people that were affected. And hey, if Chiitan does it out of the kindness of their heart, that's fine. Just don't do it for these losers.
You have an account on Russian government-controlled social media that supports genocide of ordinary citizens of Ukraine.
So are you. This is an odd thing to harp on.
Visit Ukraine and see for yourself how Ukrainians love Russians and how they can die for speaking their language. Clever Westerner who knows nothing about war and terrorism.
Why would we need to visit Ukraine? Even if you know about war and terrorism, you know nothing about Chiitan and what they post. So stop making everything to be about your personal agenda. Unfortunately, talking to these terminally online people is a waste of time. They will always argue with you in bad faith, and they're gonna waste every second of your precious time to make sure that they are listened to. Here's another useless conversation. There is no use trying to convince certain people who have already made up their minds on a certain topic. This person, for example, genuinely thinks that most child predators are in the Blue Archive community. No, they're not. I have not heard of a Blue Archive player being a child predator to real children. They're only hunting the children in the game. They're not children, they are fictional characters. You want to save real children? Check out the games that kids actually play. There are plenty of predators there. It's almost as if child predators look for real kids than fictional ones.
Let's not forget to mention that you don't want children to have freedom.
Yes, children should not have too much freedom. Do you want to put them in danger?
I'm not watching your cope.
See, these people don't want to hear any arguments and have already made up their mind. So instead of focusing on convincing this idiot, focus on educating others why this person is an idiot so that they don't repeat the same mistakes. This is what I do on this channel. I want to educate people, expose bad ideas, make fun of them, and just have fun in general. Sometimes the ideas being exposed are good ones, and I think we should talk about them once in a while. Kids do need their own online spaces. At this moment, the closest thing that we have is Discord, but only private Discord servers are the safest. This person disagrees though.
Social media should be reserved for adults only. Red flagception right there.
No, that's not a red flag. A red flag would be wanting adults and children be in the same space with each other.
Congratulations on wholly skipping the previous tweet I had in my thread.
You said nothing substantiative in either of the earlier tweets. You expressed shock on the first one, and the second one is just you quoting a better take, when it's just agreeing with the first one.
3.8k followers are now accusing me of wanting to talk to children over the internet.
You said that adults-only social media is a red flag. That implies the green flag is a social media with kids and adults. That means you want them to interact with each other. That's a bigger red flag. I don't blame anyone making that conclusion. Kids should really have their own spaces online because the internet is not a safe place. The outside world is not a safe space for children to wander on their own, both online and offline. And when I say children, I mean children and teenagers, people under 18. I do admit that when I was under 18, I invaded all sorts of adult spaces online. I assume that most kids that grow up on the internet lie about their age. That happens, but the one thing that kept me safe is that I did not interact with anyone online. I didn't even interact with people that are the same age as me. I just do my thing and be a silent browser. Just a pro tip to everyone online, be careful with whom you interact with. I know that me saying that adults and minors should not interact online is a bit much, but you really cannot trust anyone on the internet. Do not trust strangers, especially the ones that convince you that you should trust them. They are usually up to something, so please, be careful. But hey, let's move on from that depressing thought and point and laugh at some hilarious stupidity. If you want a truly embarrassing display of a terminally online person, look no further than this. This moron is making a call out towards another account that just so happens to like adult content featuring anime characters that are underage or look underage. It doesn't matter, they are fictional characters. Also, by your logic, you are reposting CP, and then they justify this by saying what they consider CP is not illegal if you distribute it, but only illegal if you jerk off to it. That's literally not how it works. The idiocy doesn't stop there. This dumbass is tagging an account that provides services to artificially bot likes. That's right, this moron bought likes, and he caught himself in 4K doing that. 2,000 Twitter X likes cost $27. Wow, what a cheap way to artificially make your stupid post go viral. Don't worry, it gets worse. This person worshipped Nino from the quintessential quintuplets, who at certain points in the anime is 17 years old. The person excused this by saying, they have changed. But you know what? Despite the hypocrisy, at least having a relationship with an anime girl is infinitely less stressful than people who are in actual relationships and cheat. Let's point and laugh at this doofus. My girlfriend has a hard time acting like a girlfriend. How do I address that? The person is your girlfriend, not your wife. Don't treat your girlfriend as your wife unless you live together. And what do you know? This guy had a wife. He cheated on her. He got more excited with his girlfriend than his wife. But then as the relationship grows further, the wife is more wife material than the girlfriend. So what did the girlfriend do? Being a lazy slob, the girl doesn't want to treat the baby that he had with his wife. Gee, I wonder why. The girlfriend had a child with her ex-husband and hadn't seen them in months. Shouldn't that be a huge red flag? The worst part, she goes to clubs and goes home at 3 to 4 a.m. and doesn't do the chores. Yeah, you chose the girl that you chose. Don't go to the internet asking for a solution. You brought this on yourself. That's not the only stupid relationship post for today. We have this one over here. This post actually went viral. I think I destroyed our relationship by trying to compliment my boyfriend. So let's get straight to the point. How did she destroy the relationship? By saying that his boyfriend is not friends with benefits or hookup material, but husband material. Oh boy, that's not a compliment at all. To those that don't get it, imagine if your friend sincerely, with no hint of irony, says, "I'm not gonna murder you. You are my friend." Does that sound scary to you? It does sound scary to me. That implies that your friend is open to the idea of murdering people if they're not their friend. Same goes with this. By saying, "I'm not someone you want to be friends with benefits or hook up with," that implies that you are open to the possibility of doing that with someone else. That's not a good thing to say to someone that wants a long-term relationship. Personally, I think both of you need to talk. Failing that, counseling. Speaking of counseling, I think this person genuinely needs counseling. I am truly astonished by the possibility that someone like this can exist and unironically do all this. This is a university professor who got caught in 4K opening a lot of OnlyFans tab. Look at those OnlyFans tab. It is crazy. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like my 18 plus content too, but I don't open that many tabs, and not one of them will be an OnlyFans tab. Guys, if you want to support your 18 plus workers and content creators, go right ahead. It's your money. Do whatever you want with it. I recommend people support 18 plus artists online. They make their content with genuine passion and love, and a lot of times it's their livelihoods. That being said, I think we fictional 18 plus consumers are miles better than you real OnlyFans simps. I'd rather be caught with a hentai wallpaper than this. But hey, you chose what you love to polish your rockets to. It's your private parts. You do whatever you want with it, so long as you follow the law. And speaking of polishing our rockets, don't you miss Stellarblade Hooplas? This conversation thread is dumb. Games where you can see women's naughty bits have bad gameplay. Well, that depends on what you think is naughty. Then this person called Stellarblade trash. I mean, I wouldn't buy a PS5 for it, but I'm not gonna go so far as calling it trash. Plenty of people love it.
Then why was the discourse focused purely on which outfits showed the most ass and how dare they not expose her tits?
I didn't start that. Go ask the people that got outraged by that. All we're doing is just responding and talk about how stupid it was. One user brought up 2B from Nier Automata and how it's one of the deepest and most complex narratives in a game ever made. I wouldn't go that far, but it is a great game with a compelling and emotional story. This dude had to look up how 2B looks. That's your gaming cred out the window.
You out there reposting hentai. You're not right wing.
Huh. Apparently posting hentai is a left-wing only thing. And that's all for the video today. Thank you all so much for watching. If you made it to the end, here's a kitty for you. And also, huge thanks to all these wonderful sponsors. You are all fantastic. If you want to see your names among these legends, then check out the links down below, just $1. And you'll support this channel a lot. Seriously, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.